Hello YouTube people, the point of today's video is to promote the ongoing AliExpress 11/11 sale by giving you some shopping ideas, So in today's video I'm gonna show you every single AliExpress watch that I currently have. And in case if you find something nice for yourself, just go to my website thomaswatchreviews.com and you will find every single watch on my website. You'll find my pictures, my reviews, my social posts, and you'll find multiple links to different stores on AliExpress that sell that particular watch. And another point of today's video, I just wanna have fun playing with my watches, that's all. So let's take a quick look at what we have right there. A bunch of Addiesdive watches. I love Addiesdive watches. They are very good value for money and usually very pretty watches. Some Mefortic watches. I currently have a Mefortic watch on my wrist because I'm gonna make a review video about this watch tomorrow. I have some Pagani Design watches, some Ferrisuit watches, a bunch of Militado watches. I absolutely love Militado watches. I love their vintage military style. And this one is still fresh. I'm gonna unbox this one at the end of this video, just for fun, because why not? Some Boltony watches. This one is also still unboxed. I'm gonna make video about this watch on Saturday. Some Torn watches. I never got a free watch from Torn, but I love their watches. I love their style, very good watches. Some WM watches, Pierre Philippe, a bunch of cheap watches like Sanda and Skme or get this cheap lovely watch. Some random watches like Seagull, Tophill, Red Star, Bodery, Watch Dives, Grodland, Octopus, Kraken, Suggest, Steel Dive, Bernie. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna unbox every single of them. And here's my studio, by the way. Let me put the camera down and I will connect another microphone and we're gonna take a look at every watch individually. So the first watch is the one that's already on my wrist. It is Mefortic, but I'm not gonna show you this watch because the video about this watch should come out the day after tomorrow, I believe, if everything goes fine. So let's just move on to another watch. This is the first watch that I have ever received as a sponsored watch, so thank you Pagani Design, I will never forget. I will never sell this watch. Thank you for being first. So that's how this beauty looks like. I like it. I like it. This is awesome looking watch. I love this monochromatic look. It looks like frozen. This watch. It's cool looking watch. That's what this watch is. Very cool looking watch. Bodery Landmaster titanium watch with this orangey yellow dial with texture. Very happy looking watch, lightweight because it's titanium. Awesome. And by the way, it also comes on this titanium bracelet if you want that as an option. So let me take it off my wrist. Let me show you how it looks like that. Awesome looking watch, man. This thing looks awesome. This is Steel Flyer, or Steel Dive should I say. A very cool looking watch. I love this military pilot style looking thing. It has VH31 movement inside, so it's not mechanical, but second hand is still sweeping. And it has sapphire crystal and proper water resistance and all that. And it's not expensive. This is actually an awesome watch, but you have to have a little bit bigger wrist than I do for this watch. Very big and very shiny dress watch from Bernie. Also, this watch requires a little bit larger wrist size than I do. So it's interesting that it has this see-through movement. And it's a very shiny watch. If you like that and if you have a little bit bigger wrist, very interesting option, I must say. Vintage style dress watch from Mercury. It's just a little bit larger than what you would expect from a vintage style watch. So also, if you would like to wear this watch as a dress watch, you need to have a little bit larger wrist than I do. This watch has a pearl insert for the seconds subdial, and if you catch the right angle, it does look like a portal to another dimension. This thing is actually very beautiful. Very beautiful watch this one is. Love the style. Octopus Kraken bronze watch, and I really like this brown dial together with a bronze case. And this bronze is already changing a little bit, aging, looking real cool, real nice. It's a very pretty looking thing, this watch is. Very pretty. And it has this display case back. It looks amazing. Very cool vibe this watch has. I love brown dial watches in general. Ask Me watch. That looks rather interesting. Another Ask Me watch which has wonderful silicone strap, and this watch has just one button, a little bit complicated watch. And another cheap Ask Me watch which is not complicated, it's very comfortable and has dual time zone and big numbers. A very cheap rectangular golden watch from Rebirth. I believe I don't have a video about this watch, but you know where to find this watch. You can find this watch on AliExpress, and that's how this thing looks like. This is small rectangular watch from Sanda. This is the small size one. And this is the same watch, just bigger. Also a rectangular watch from Sanda. And another rectangular watch. This one is from Rebirth. This one has slightly different shape and it has interesting texture on the dial. Another rectangular watch. This one is little golden watch without the name on the dial. Very simple yet very fancy looking watch. And out of all rectangular watches, this is my personal favorite, Addiesdive with blue dial. This watch usually costs less than 10 euros, but it's a very lovely watch and it does not have loud ticking sound, so it's a very nice watch. A dress watch from Pierre Philippe. This one is basically as fancy as it gets. It looks really awesome, looks really expensive, and I love that this is a manual wound watch, not automatic, and it has this display window on the back. Looks great, this thing all around. Very beautiful looking thing this is. A vintage style watch from Tor, which has this very polarizing looking crown, which I absolutely love. This is the thing that I really like about this watch, and it's very small and the overall style really appeals to me. This is one of those watches that I just like very much. Awesome little watch from Tor. This Bolton is from yesterday's video, and even though it looks great on its original bracelet, I personally much rather prefer this watch on custom straps. It looks great on custom straps, this watch, in my opinion actually better than on original bracelet. Very understated look this watch has, fancy yet understated, very pretty looking thing. Military style watch from Militardo. This is one of my favorites. I absolutely love the aesthetics and the slim proportions of this watch, and the crystal and the numbers and the color on the dial and basically absolutely everything. Awesome military style watch from Militardo. I really like this one. I just don't like the original strap. I think it looks better on some other options, but the watch itself is simply amazing. This watch is simply amazing. Chronograph watch from Mefortic with a very beautiful dial and very beautiful proportions. This is one of the best looking chronograph watches and overall one of the best looking watches. I really love how this thing looks like, and it's not too big for me, and the original strap feels wonderful and the watch looks amazing. This is awesome watch. This is awesome watch, very beautiful. Novamos Shanghai. Yes, this watch is available on AliExpress. This is easily one of the craziest watches that I ever had. Looks big and bulky and looks heavy, but it's actually made of titanium and it's actually really light, surprisingly comfortable as well. It has high beat movement and sapphire crystal on top and the bottom with this beautiful blue anti-reflective coating. Well, this watch is definitely not for everyone, but if you wanna, steal the show, this watch is for you. This is a chronograph watch from Watchdive's, very well-known watch. This is definitely one of the prettiest chronograph watches ever, and watches in general, I would say. Or maybe I just like chronograph watches, I don't know, but I do find most chronograph watches to be actually very pretty. And this one, I just love this white dial, and the bracelet is very beautiful, and the dial it's just awesome. This thing looks just awesome. This is Ferrisuit regulator, rather interesting, very beautiful watch. It has this copper color dial. Officially I believe it is called salmon color dial, but it's a little bit darker, a little bit more saturated. It looks a little bit more like copper, and I absolutely love it. It looks beautiful. Interesting thing about this watch is that on the top subdial it shows hours, middle hand shows minutes, and the bottom subdial shows seconds, and this is a rather slim watch. A bronze diving style watch from Addiesdive. A bronze watch, yet it has extremely shiny indices and hands. Looks really nice, And let me show you all around how this bronze is aging right now, how is it changing. So, I love bronze cases, I really love this aging effect. I love vintage style watches, and for the same reason I also love watches with bronze case, because it gives off the same vintage vibe once it ages. Yeah, very cool watch. Very pretty, extremely shiny watch from Pagani Design that has very shiny bracelet, very shiny case, extremely shiny bezel, and very shiny dial. And this is a rather cheap watch as well, yet it has very great specifications and is small size, 36mm, so on my wrist it looks great. And overall this is actually an awesome watch. It even has this, Pagani Design custom rotor. A chronograph watch from Suggest, rather big and rather colorful, and it also comes with this Milanese strap included in the packaging. Let me show you how this thing looks like. So, maybe not for everyone, but people who love this watch, they absolutely love this watch. Simple as that. And it also has this rather fancy mechanical movement inside. That looks just amazing, looks stunning. Absolutely love the looks of this Addiesdive. My kind of watch, my kind of design that I love very much. Sadly, this watch does not have sapphire crystal, just mineral crystal, but it's a cheap watch, cheap and very beautiful watch, and it has this sweeping quartz movement inside. Very pretty thing. This is a very pretty thing. Retro style chronograph watch from Grodland with this very interesting integrated bracelet. This watch, very popular watch, I must say, very popular watch. It seems like many people absolutely love the design of this watch. Little Addiesdive watch with golden dial that looks absolutely beautiful, very beautiful. This watch though does not have sapphire crystal, but it looks really good, very good looking watch. And I love the size. This is perfect size for my small wrist. Very colorful dress watch from Mefortic, and the interesting thing about this watch is that it has this jump hour movement. The window on top that you see, it's not the date window, it shows that it's 5 hours and 52 minutes right now. So rather special watch, I must say, and very interesting color. A little vintage military style watch from Addiesdive. This one also does not have sapphire crystal. This is just a mineral, but oh boy, this thing is pretty. I love this blue color. Very beautiful watch, and also size is simply perfect for my small wrist. The size of my wrist in the description of the video. Diving style watch from Militado. And the special thing about this watch is that this is one of the slimmest diving style watches that I had. The finishing on this watch is beautiful. It's very shiny, like some kind of silk, and the finishing quality on the bracelet and overall it's a very well made watch. This is a very well made watch and looks just amazing. Big shiny Addiesdive watch with green dial and rather distorted sapphire crystal. Rather interesting looking piece of sapphire crystal on this watch. The dial is very beautiful. It has interesting texture, very beautiful color. Yeah, very interesting watch this one is. Very interesting watch. Yet another wonderful watch from Militado, which I like very much. I just love the style of watches that Militado chooses to make. Because, well, for me personally, something like this appeals very much. This is my kind of thing. My kind of thing. This is what I would buy with my own money. Normally, you know. Very, very pretty, very cool looking thing. Diving style watch from Addiesdive, a very, very beautiful dial. Overall this watch is pretty, you know, it's not supposed to look pretty, you know, this bulky and aggressive styling, but somehow it manages to look pretty. I just like how it looks like. It's very well proportioned and visually and color wise it's a nice thing to look at, you know, it's an eye candy kind of watch. Very unusual looking watch from Tor, very well made watch, very well done. It's very, you know, not just interesting, but it's actually very pretty. This brown dial, the finishing on the dial and everything. It's very interesting, strange, yet beautiful thing, I must say, this watch. Something definitely unusual, but still beautiful. This is one of my favorite diving style watches. This one is from Addiesdive. Special thing about this watch that it is very slim. It has very good lume performance. It's very lovely. I love this blue color. It's just a shame that it does not have sapphire crystal. But other than that, this watch is simply awesome. A shiny diving style watch from Addiesdive. Monochromatic look, rather deep dial. There is something about this watch that I just don't like, but as I saw from the comments, many people simply love this watch. So this watch has its own audience, you know. Some people love this watch. Very colorful, very happy looking watch from WM diving style watch with extremely shiny and pretty bracelet. Very beautiful bracelet this one is. So yeah, very lively watch this one is, very lively. And very beautiful bracelet it has. This is a monster of a watch from Addiesdive, a very pretty, very lovely dial. A sunset orange going into the reds. Looks rather dreamy, I must say. It's a very big watch, yet because of short lug-to-lug distance, it doesn't feel that big on the wrist. It's heavy, but it doesn't feel as bad as it looks like it's gonna be, you know. Rather nicely made watch, I must say. Rather nicely made watch. I love chronograph watches, and out of all chronograph watches, this is probably my favorite. I'm still not entirely sure, but I think this is probably my favorite. I really like it. It has certain lovely yet cool character that I find very appealing. And by the way, look how it looks like from behind this thing. This is incredible. It looks amazing. Like looking into some kind of Matrix, I don't know, hypnotizes me, this thing. And another chronograph watch. This one is from Addiesdive, which has this very lovely color, very lovely color. Looks like the color of water in the Mediterranean Sea. You know, reminds me of holidays, this watch. That's why. It's a very lovely watch. Little, and it has this vintage aesthetics and all. Amazing watch. I just wish it would have a sapphire crystal. And this is yet another extremely shiny and super fancy looking watch from Pagani Design. This is a cheap watch considering the specifications, and in general this is actually awesome watch. It's not big, it wears very nicely on my wrist, the bracelet feels fine, it has this custom Pagani Design rotor. And overall, for the given price, this watch is just amazing. You know, it's a very lovely toy to have. Diving style watch from Addiesdive with a very nice feeling bezel. This watch has a very nice feeling bezel. It sounds awesome, it feels awesome. Yeah, overall it's a very nice watch. Very well made, nice watch with very good loom performance, this watch. This is a diver from Tophill, and that's how it looks like. A diver from Tophill. Addiesdive has a bunch of different watches made out of this exact case. And this exact case is very beautiful and the size is simply perfect for me. So naturally I basically love every single watch that Addiesdive made with this case. I just wish they would use sapphire crystals. But the watches themselves are incredibly beautiful and lovely. Like just look at the dial on this watch. It looks awesome. A vintage style watch from Ferrisuit with salmon color dial and this interesting shape and those shiny indices, you know, very classy and basically as fancy as it gets, you know. And knowing Ferrisuit, this watch is also that kind of watch that no matter how closely you look at this watch, you're still gonna be impressed. It's very well made watch, this one is. A big and bulky but lovely diving style watch from Addiesdive, which has great loom performance and looks that many people simply love. Very loved watch this watch is, as I saw from the comments, people like it a lot and I can see why. It's a very nice watch, very well made watch. A crazy lovely orange dial on this watch, I must say. This is WM watch. And according to WM, the dial on this watch is made out of actual stone, so this is not some kind of plastic with a print on it. This is a thin slice of an actual stone. How cool is that? That's rather impressive, I must say. And those indices on this watch, they are extra shiny. Extra shiny. Rather lovely looking thing this watch is. Multiple colors available, of course. This watch looks like some kind of gadget that a Batman would wear. And that's the point what I like about this watch. This is what I like about this watch. It looks cool. I like that. You know, it's definitely not for everyone, but for me, yes please, I like it. And in general, I just like black PVD watches. And this one especially looks good with this black PVD coating. A very sophisticated looking dress watch from Tor, which is very nicely made. This is a very nicely made watch. You know, I think Tor is one of those brands that's a little bit understated, how to say it, underappreciated. People don't realize how good of a watches Tor is actually making. I mean, just look at this thing. Look how slim it is, how nicely finished. This thing is amazing. Very pretty diving style watch from Addiesdive. This one is a little bit bulky one, a little bit thick. Still, I think it's very beautiful. I love the sapphire crystal on this watch. The bezel feels wonderful and the proportions overall and everything. This is a very beautiful, simple looking but yet very beautiful diving style watch in my opinion. I wish it was a little bit slimmer, but other than that, this thing is very nice. For me, this is the best looking watch that WM has made so far. The dial on this watch is simply incredible. So yeah, in my opinion, this is the best looking watch out of the whole line from WM. This thing looks simply incredible. Unbelievable looking red dial, very beautiful. I wish to see a little bit more of a different designs and shapes together with this particular dial from WM. This is a military style watch from Mefortic that has day and date complication. It has very simple, straightforward design, and that in my opinion makes this watch look cool. I just like simple, straightforward designs, and this is one of them. It's a nice watch, you know. It's a nice watch. Very nice color, by the way, as well. In my opinion, this is one of the best watches that Pagani Design has made so far. It's actually so good that this is the third one that I bought already. I had dark blue one, I still have bright yellow, and now I also have this bright blue, and I think this is an awesome watch. Especially for the money. This is a lot of fun, this watch is. This is a very slim titanium watch from Bernie that has day and date complications, has very good lume, very good water resistance, and has sapphire crystal, and overall it's just one of those no nonsense, straight to the point, simple watches that I like. The size for me is also perfect. It's amazing watch, this one. It's very simple, but it's a very good watch, and it's not expensive. This is a cheap watch, especially considering the specifications. A very good chronograph watch from Militardo. This is awesome watch, also straightforward, simple design, no nonsense whatsoever. It's just a straightforward good watch. This is just a good watch. Has good lume, good water resistance, sapphire crystal and all that. This is a good watch. And I think it looks cool. This is a cool design in my opinion. A cheap watch from Militardo that has this also simple design, straightforward, very, you know, military vintage kind of thing that I like. It's a nice watch. This one is a nice watch. Cheap watch with sapphire crystal, this one is. This is Addiesdive, a very beautiful blue dial and very spiky looking indices. Rather beautiful design, I must say. It looks somewhat cohesive, you know. Busy, but at the same time pretty somehow, you know. Especially I love the color of the dial. It looks good. And I like that it goes into the darker tones towards the chaptering. Nice watch. And I just recently showed you this watch on a bright blue dial. This one is the same watch, just bright yellow dial, and I actually like this one better. It has a little bit of a warmer look, more welcoming somehow. I don't know, I just like this one a little bit better. This watch looks amazing on a lot of custom straps. Check out the video about this watch. It's an awesome watch. Not expensive, but it's one of the best that Pagani Design has made so far. A very shiny little watch from Addiesdive. It's not an expensive watch, yet it has the sweeping quartz movement. It has sapphire crystal, very good lume performance, very good water resistance. Awesome bracelet, which is very flexible, very comfortable because of that. It's amazing little watch. I just don't like how deep is the dial. I don't like seeing this raw metal re-hot. But other than that, this watch is amazing. Very lovely watch. One of the prettiest watches for sure. This is a dress watch from Rhodland, and it is one of those watches that I just like looking at, you know. I just look at this watch and the time stops. I just look at this thing and look at this thing. Is oh my god, it's a nice watch, you know. It's a nice, pretty looking thing. This watch is very interesting one as well, I must say. A little bit different, still very beautiful. A diving style watch from Tor, and as I saw, it's rather popular design, I must say. This one, especially looking at Reddit, all those new fragmental releases and whatnot. People absolutely love this kind of styling on a watch. Well, similar to that. It's not exactly the same thing, but it's very similar. And this one is actually cheaper than those new releases, but the tricky thing is that these watches are usually sold out, so it's a little bit difficult one to get. This is the most elegant chronograph watch that I ever had. This one is made by Ferrisuit, so the build quality is simply exceptional. It's one of those watches that I love looking at from up close, because this watch is actually like a piece of jewelry, this watch. This is a piece of jewelry, not a watch, this thing is. This little thing is one of my favorites. It's a very cheap watch. Usually you can get it for something like 25 euros. It's a mechanical hand-wound watch with acrylic crystal that looks wonderful. It's amazing watch. It has certain character that I like very much. It's a classic Chinese style and all that, so it's a very cool watch, actually a cool watch. This one is, in my opinion. It's just a little bit hit or miss. Some people been complaining that the crown action is a little bit stiff on their watches. Me, I got lucky and the crown action is actually very nice. But for the given price point, I think it's worth the risk, because this watch is just amazing. And this is yet another cool Chinese watch which I like very much. I actually like this watch so much that this particular watch is actually my personal dress watch. Whenever there is occasion where I dress up nicely, this is what I put on my wrist. This is my personal dress watch. I really like it. The size and everything is just a very nice watch. I like the vibe that this watch has, which is rather similar to a cheap Casio somewhat, but I don't mean that in a bad way. It's a good thing. And this is yet another one out of my favorites, because I like it very much, because the finishing quality on this watch is probably the best out of all the watches you just saw. No sharp edges on this watch, and it's very slim, it's very beautiful. This color probably wouldn't be my first choice. If I would buy personally for myself, I would probably go for the white, but it's still rather interesting, rather engaging color, I must say. And on the bracelet, no sharp edges, everything rounded off very nicely. The connection with the case, man, this thing is just awesome. This is an awesome watch. And now to finish this video off, let's unbox this Militardo watch. Let's see what we have right there. I think, oh yeah, this is gonna be the one that has fully loomed dial, I believe. So I bet this watch is gonna be a lot of fun. Hold on a second, I'm gonna unpeel the plastics behind the camera. Okay, I think I found a loose end. So let's unpeel it in front of the camera. No, not very successful. But hold on a second, am I gonna... yeah, let's do like that. Let's see how this little thing looks like. So what do we have right there? A screw down crown, nice. This is the pilot style watch in the style which I never had. This is the first for me, with this layout on the dial. Oh, these hands are blue. Not sure if I like that. I kinda probably wish they were just black. I don't know. I need to spend a little bit more time with this thing. Overall, I like this design. No, it's one of those basically no nonsense, straight to the point designs. And overall, you know, Militado, I just like what they are doing. They are cheap watches, but they make nice watches. I like this vintage military style that they are aiming for. That's oh wow. This is awesome. This is amazing. You know what? Let me quickly charge it up. Let's see how is the loom. Well, this is nice. This is nice. I just kind of wish those hands were just simple black without the loom, probably. We'll see if it lasts till the morning though, but I bet it's gonna last till the morning. Well, that is it for today. Quite a long video, I believe. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day. Goodbye.